Well, hello there, Vlad here. Welcome to my kitchen again, and welcome to CATPICK Fridays, the show that helps you ease out, glide into the weekend. One of those things, basically start off your weekend. And I want to right away mention that thank you so much for your positive response to the first CATPICK Fridays episode. It was really cool to see how much people seem to enjoy it, and that inspired me to do a new episode right away. So I think I might be doing this weekly now if you guys actually enjoy the show, and based on what I got from you last week, you do. So thank you so much for that. And yeah, let's jump into your questions and comments right away. Questions and comments. The first question is actually from my friend Nathan, and he messaged me on Instagram and asked, what's my favorite Weezer song? Nathan is a huge Weezer fan, and I like the band a lot, but I actually had to think about this a little bit. And the first song that I noticed that I really like, the first song I think that I ever heard was My Name is Jonas, and I like that a lot. But I think Hash Pipe might be my favorite song. There's something silly and weird about it, the whole riff and everything. It's very, I don't know, it's something that I would have played in high school type of things, like a drop D or something, like a drop tuning riff and stuff like that. Really fun. I like that one. And then I kind of enjoyed the Toto covers, not because they're good, but because they're kind of pointless / stupid, and there's some, I guess there's like a punk attitude to that, so I like that a lot as well. Like, so yeah, Hash Pipe, then My Name is Jonas, and let's say Africa from Weezer as well. It's terrible / amazing. Next, Cheese comments on the first CATPICK Fridays episode. I didn't discover Pete's channel, and that's Pete Thorne, that is, until a few months ago. He had a specific question about something, and one of his videos explained it perfectly. Have been enjoying his content, looking forward to more of these CATPICK Fridays. First of all, thank you, Next Cheese, really appreciate it. And also, it's kind of crazy that you've managed to avoid Pete Thorne for this long. I would assume, like, no matter what guitar, pedal, or amp you type into YouTube, you'll probably see one of his videos, but I guess it's possible not to have seen his videos. He's like one of the OGs, and for good reason. He's still amazing, and yeah, glad you found him now. He's really good. Iga Masardi, sorry if I'm butchering your name. This is how you do a comparison video. Thank you. And this comment was on the Victory Sheriff 22 watts versus 0.3 watts comparison. Thank you so much. I have I don't know, not a soft spot, sweet spot, I don't know, something about comparison videos where I really want to see stuff done in a certain way, and like really eliminate every factor that could affect the comparison result. And that's what I try to do in my comparison videos, as much as possible at least. So I'm glad somebody else enjoys my, I don't know, obsession, passion, insanity of trying to compare things equally, something like that. Yeah, thank you so much, really appreciate it. Gabriel Alejandro on the My First Pedal Zoom 505 Mark II video. I've had that pedal for 7 years. It was gifted to me by my uncle, who is a musician, and I'm pretty sure he had it for 10 plus years, something like that. Today I just realized it has an amp sim that lets you play with just the pedal and the guitar. I was shocked, haha. Gabriel is talking about this pedal, which is Zoom 505 Mark II. And this was my first guitar pedal. As I mentioned in the video about this pedal, I was supposed to buy a tuner, but then I convinced my dad that I need this one instead, because it had the tuner, but it also had all of the other effects, and I really didn't know how to use this. I just used it as a distortion pedal into an already distorted amp, which was like a tiny, laney something. I cranked the gain on that one. I chose the distortion mode here as well, cranked that one, and that's how I used this. I never dove into modulation effects, anything like that, and I definitely didn't realize it has amp sims as well. And yeah, this thing actually sounds surprisingly good, like way better than you would think based on its reputation. It's super plasticky, it will probably break easily if you would try to gig with it, but it actually sounds very decent. Links to that video in the description, and thanks Gabriel for your comment.
Wow, that is amazing. Yay. Wow, so great.
The random positive thing of the week is the fact that I got myself a new laptop. I was having serious issues with the big 16-inch one. I had the MacBook Pro, that is, overheating issues, performance issues, and as I mentioned earlier in some video, maybe in my 2021 studio tour, I just realized that I need to have two computers. I have a Mac Mini in my studio that's kind of a center hub for everything, and this is now my travel laptop. It has 1 terabyte of storage space and 30 gigs of memory. I basically maxed it out, and it's incredibly light and so tiny. It actually feels a bit weird that it's so light, and I really wanted to get the extra storage space because with a laptop I'll be moving around, I might be traveling, and I don't want to plug in hard drives all the time because a single video of mine could easily be like 50 to 100 gigabytes, and if I have like a 256 gig hard drive, it will run out oh so fast, and I don't want to use like cloud services all the time to just try to download and upload stuff all the time. So yeah, it made a lot of sense, and this was still like 40% of the price of that laptop, maybe even less. So it's crazy how expensive that thing is, but it's now sold. I think it's on its way, or it has arrived to its new happy owner, so all good. And yeah, I'm really happy with this one. That's the random positive thing of the week. In this week's Flat Files, we'll talk about me studying music. The cat was just annoyed by me talking, so she left. Elvi, come here. Elvi. I'm trying to get her back. Let's see if that happens. So yeah, I actually started with classical piano instead of guitar. My dad bought us a, I think it was like a just plastic keyboard type of thing, like a real keyboard, but like a very affordable one. See if me or my little brother would be interested in that, and we both were. So he took us to these kind of, I don't know, community college courses, and that's where we started to play the piano. My brother wasn't that interested in the piano in the end, so he actually went to some guitar courses, or like he went to a guitar teacher. And soon I realized that, hey, the guitar is actually way cooler than piano. I want to play guitar instead. And that wasn't fully okay with that, so I ended up playing both guitar and piano. I actually studied classical piano in like an institute for many years, and I just never got really good at it because I didn't enjoy piano as much as guitar. And I had a teacher that wanted me to play all these classic things, and I never learned to like improvise or even like accompany like myself playing pop songs or anything like that on the piano. Whereas on the guitar, I got to play all the classical stuff, I got to play the rock stuff, I got to play in school bands and stuff like that, and it was awesome. And the guitar just took over at some point. I'm hoping my brother is able to find some photos of me from the early years. I have some archives as well, and yeah, the guitar just overtook everything else. And if I sit in front of the piano, I actually struggle to play anything. I haven't really played properly for many years. But the good thing about going to that musical institute was that I know quite a lot of music theory, or understand a lot of it. Elvi, come here. Nope, no luck. But yeah, I learned a lot there over the years, and especially now that I've started to dive into songwriting more and more, having at least basic understanding of music theory helps a lot. Writing harmonies, for example, and stuff like that, it makes a huge difference. To me at least, like, I've been hearing things, but having the ability to give names to those things I'm hearing and able to find on the guitar helps a lot, at least when communicating with other musicians. So I can ask them, hey, can you sing like the third of that and that chord as a harmony and stuff like that. Being able to do that has been great.
Watch it. Video.
It's not like you have anything else to do. This week's Weekend Watch recommendation is a video titled VFX Artists React to Bollywood Bad and Great CGI. And it's the guys from Corridor Crew who are professional VFX artists reacting to a bunch of stuff from Bollywood, meaning like Indian and that area films. And there's some amazing stuff in that video, like the Indian Terminator, I guess, if you will, and all kinds of other things. The kind of CG ideas they go for there are just mind-blowingly amazing. And I'm pretty sure you'll find yourself binge watching a bunch of their videos. So yeah, that's my weekend recommendation for this weekend. Have fun. My Guitars isn't actually a segment about the guitars I have right now, but it's a history of all of my guitars over the years. And I can promise there's been plenty. I started with a nylon string guitar. I think it was Landola, which is like a Finnish brand. And my first electric guitar was called Flight. I have no idea what guitar that actually is, but it was like a cheap one we bought on our trip in Russia. It was green. I'm pretty sure I have at least one photo of it. And I played that thing for many years. Just a single neck humbucker, like I think it just had a volume pot and that's it really. Didn't use the tremolo at all. The strings were probably like 2 kilometers high from the fretboard or something like that. I have no idea how it actually sounded, whether it was good or not, whether it was good or bad to play. I didn't know better. That was my only electric guitar. And that's what I played. I think I learned my first Nightwish riffs on it. I played my first Rammstein riffs on it and a bunch of others as well. And yeah, I really regret selling that thing. I think I sold it for like 80 euros or something, which at the time was quite a lot of money for me. But still, I kind of wish I would still have it. I'm actually pretty sure the guitar body wasn't actual wood, but more like plywood or something like the IKEA furniture is built of. Like that weird wood/glue substance they have in a lot of the cheaper stuff, because I remember the guitar being pretty light and like really heavily lacquered. So there's actually a strong chance it wasn't like made out of wood and stuff. But yeah, I would love to have it now just as an item, like this is what started it all. But unfortunately in my younger days I didn't think about things like that, or that I would appreciate having that instrument 22, 23, something like that years later. But yeah, that was my first electric guitar ever, and next week we'll dive into the electric guitar number 2. And that wraps up CATPICK Fridays number 2. Thank you so much for watching. Check out my free home studio setup course by following the link below in the description. If you're in a mood for shopping something, there's a CATPICK Studio Stoneman store, or if you want to get some merch, there's a link to that as well in the description. And if you made it to the end of this video but you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? Please hit the subscribe button and notification bell as well. Help this channel grow. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. I shall see you next time.